Coming up on Mountain News this morning, investigations begin into a school aide reportedly abusing children. And from education to revitalization, an unused school is being turned into a project aiming to help its local economy.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. It is 6 o'clock on this Wednesday, May 7th, and I'm Amelia Lee. Well, Megan, it's been kind of a chilly start as well, which if I listened to you more closely, I would know, hey, it's chillier this week. We're in those 60s, but still, it's just every week we're flip-flopping the weather.
I know, it's kind of ridiculous, and we're sitting in those 70s today, and we saw 60s the past couple days, and the 60s are returning, and then next week we have a chance at 80s. I don't know, it's all over the place, so I'm sorry about that, guys, but here's what you need to know for today. Looking in the 40s this morning, seeing 52 in Monticello, 50 in Jacksboro, and then we have upper 60s for Jacksboro this afternoon, and then some mid-70s for most of the region, seeing the warmer temperatures as you travel more towards the northeast. As you head into the satellite and radar, you can see nice and clear day, just watching those clouds rolling in. This trend will change as we're heading into the afternoon, as we do have some chances for rain in the forecast. Here's a breakdown of the day. We'll have the high temperatures around that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, with those chances of rain increasing for our southern counties throughout the day. Amelia.
Allegations of child abuse in a Floyd County school have parents worried. The families of 2 students at Betsy Lane Elementary are rallying for change after one child came home with bruises, and an investigation indicated his teacher's aide physically hurt him and had done the same to another student. Both students have autism, and their families say they feel lost, knowing their nonverbal kids could have been hurt long before the bruises were found. However, they believe the school acted responsibly to investigate and inform the families involved.
They contacted KSP. They, have been honest about everything and stuff. So I'm thinking they're making the right choices. I don't think that they're trying to hide anything.
And that it wasn't just an issue with the other child, that they did see other things happen and, they did act on it and contact the parents.
The teacher's aide is not currently working in the school as the investigation continues, but the district has not confirmed whether she is still an employee. Her name and the video have not yet been released through official channels. A safety alert in Rowan County. Moorhead police are looking for Anthony Martinez. They say he escaped custody while in the hospital. He was last seen near Boot Ranch by Main Street and Kentucky 32. Police say he does not currently have any facial hair, and he is currently not a threat to the public.
We do consider this individual dangerous, however, maybe not an active threat to the community.
We're right in the center of downtown Moorhead. I'm not too worried about anything happening, but I'm sure that it'll be handled pretty well by our police department here.
Deputies tried to tase Martinez during his escape, but they were unsuccessful. Police say he was being held in Rowan County while serving his state sentence. Now an update for you on a missing woman from Bell County. The sheriff's office says 23-year-old Michaela Smith was found safe at around 7:48 last night. Officials thank the community for their assistance in the search. Harlan County Judge Executive Dan Mosley says a water crisis is nearing its end. During an update on social media last night, Mosley said the number of customers without water in the Black Mountain Utility District dropped significantly. He believes everyone will have water by this morning. Some have been without water for 10 days. Mosley also said steps are being taken to make improvements to the utility district. As we head into the warmer months, you might be seeing more ticks, and those ticks can carry a variety of diseases. This ranges from bacterial infections like Lyme disease to parasitic infections. Some ticks can even carry potentially deadly illnesses like Rocky Mountain spotted fever. There are even some that can make their victims allergic to red meat, and it all starts from one single bite.
They'll walk around, crawl around your body looking for a nice place to tuck in and sink you can think of them as fangs, but these mouth parts into your flesh. They actually use a cement to glue their mouth parts into your skin, and that's why they're so hard to remove. And once they get latched on, then they start the process of sucking your blood.
Experts say to avoid a tick bite, stay in the middle of trails, don't brush against vegetation, and use repellents containing DEET. The Wolfe County Fiscal Court is receiving nearly $30,000 in county road aid emergency funds. The funding will go toward repairing a drain structure on Gal Branch Road, and this is located around 1 mile southwest of Clark Branch Road. One town in Harlan County could be home to a new model for rural revitalization. WYMT's Caroline Mueller shows us how a closed high school in Everts is at the center of a community-led transformation.
The former Everts High School may no longer see students, but a new project called Hope High Kentucky could bring life back to its halls.
Hope High was an initiative working with Benny Coleman and the city of Everts and, the Everts alumni of a potential to redevelop the school. Well, we went a step further. We went ahead with that and decided to, well, what if we can recreate Everts, Kentucky?
The project aims to turn the old school into a community hub focused on education, job training, health and wellness, and the creative arts. Eric Hubbard, executive director of Backroads of Appalachia, says the work is still in its early stages, but it is grounded in listening to the people who live there.
We are starting our community meetings. Any ideals we have, that's where I feel a lot of organizations and a lot of projects go wrong, is they don't ask what the community wants. So we're going to bring them the information that we have gathered and have a community meeting and ask for their participation to be part of this, because, without community, you really don't have a strong backbone or foundation to continue a project.
The $250,000 grant from the Just Transition Fund includes support for community outreach, planning, and professional services.
It was exactly the kind of, big, bold, ambitious idea that we were looking for, with real potential to really diversify the local economy.
With planning underway and community input next on the agenda, organizers say this project is just the beginning, and they hope Everts will become a blueprint for renewal in other coal-impacted communities. In Everts, Caroline Mueller, WYMT Mountain News.
The first community meeting is scheduled for 5:30 on May 19th at the Everts Public Library. Limited seating is available. Yesterday marked the 52nd annual Senior Citizens Radio Day on WSGS in Hazard. Organizers say it was the first year where the Radio Day started at the Senior Center, with the goal of showing folks firsthand what happens at the facility. Renee Baker says it was very meaningful to host the event and hopes it continues for years to come.
I really enjoyed it. At first, I didn't know how it would be. I didn't know how the seniors would like it, but we've had some seniors talk, and I think this is a good thing. I really think. So from now on, I think the first half will be here at the center.
Last year, $10,000 was raised for the center. This year, Baker says the goal is $15,000. The Radio Day event is the organization's biggest fundraiser of the year. Officials with the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife say they will announce the winners of the Kentucky Elk Hunt drawing Saturday. There will be a live unveiling of the winners at 3 o'clock at the Kentucky Elk and Outdoor Fest in Bardstown. The third annual festival will run from 9 until 4. Officials say they reached a new record, receiving nearly 96,000 applications for the drawing.
We are still seeing patches of dense fog this morning, so we're wanting you to be aware of that. The densest fog right now is as you're traveling towards the corner between Kentucky, Virginia, and Tennessee, with some places still seeing some low-lying clouds, so you need to be careful if you're driving in those higher elevations. Here's a look at satellite radar, just watching those clouds continue to roll in, but it's nice and dry this morning. We'll continue to see rain chances increasing throughout the day, with the heaviest chances of rain overnight going into your Thursday. Current temperatures, 40s across the board, seeing upper 40s for the more southern counties. And then as you're traveling towards Wayne County and Campbell County, you can see 50 degrees and 52 degrees. High temperatures for the day, around about the mid 70s, but we do have some upper 70s in the forecast and upper 60s as you're traveling towards Tennessee. We'll have the highest temperatures around that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock mark, but again, we do have those chances of rain popping up as we're heading throughout the day. Amelia.
Well, thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning at 6:09. New trade talks begin this weekend between China and the U.S., with many business owners hoping for some relief from tariffs.